Summertime travel, though. I was at a kid's birthday party a couple weeks ago and hearing everybody talking about, oh, yeah, we're going to go to San Diego. We're going to drive over. I can't wait to go to this, my favorite place on the boardwalk, and have a beer. And the kids are going to go to Legoland. And, oh, we're driving up to Yosemite, and another family's doing this. And I said, hey, what about your car? Have you thought about that? What do you mean? Yeah, you're driving your car, right? Well, yeah. You're making all these plans. You know everything you're doing, but the last thing you've worried about is the car, the vehicle that is going to make this vacation happen.
I can tell you, and Dave's nodding his head, when they're going to worry about the car, and that's the Friday before they leave for Memorial Day, because that's the one I'm thinking of. That's 2 weeks out.
And that's after the car's packed, the kids are in, and they come in and want you to wire up the trailer.
Forgot that minor detail, let alone if the car will even stop or go with the trailer hooked up, right?
Well, we all love to go to San Diego for the weekend or for the week. And last I checked, I had to tow a car in from Blythe, one of the nicest places you can go this time of year, and it was $700 tow bill. And that happens every summer. We're towing cars in from Blythe. We're in Blythe. Do you get it fixed in Blythe? Probably not. You can tow it back.
Yeah, you probably don't want to. But the other thing is, the tow, but that can happen. You can bring your car in, we can check it out, and we just can't predict everything. You can, like a light bulb is going to burn out. You never know. You can have an alternator go bad on you or some kind of module. You just can never predict everything. But you can certainly take care of making sure the tires are in good shape and they're safe, making sure that the spare tire has air in it and that all the tools to change are in the car. There's no fluid leaks. And all that needs to be done. Dave Riccio, you say a couple weeks out. I say you don't want to be picking up your car from the shop prior to a trip any less than 3 to 5 days. Denman, it can happen, right?
I think if we look at the department, the roadway department, as we head west to San Diego, and we're climbing out over the mountain there, they realize that people don't maintain cooling systems because what do they have? A water resource for overheating cars all the way up the mountain. So, but the one thing you can do, if you find that quality shop, you have that relationship, and they're maintaining your vehicle on an ongoing basis, you can feel pretty safe, but yet we all get the customers that trust us. Hey, guys, taking a family over, just make sure I'm safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that brings up a whole nother idea. Dave Riccio, you had somebody in your shop the other day talking, they have a transmission problem. Yeah, there's something there, but can't quite pin it. The last thing you want to do is make a repair on that car, and then you don't know. It's just Murphy's Law will kick in no matter what.
She was driving to California. That was this last week, driving to California for the weekend to see a wedding, 2-day trip. And she's been having this transmission thing going on for like 3 years. And, well, I kind of think I want to take care of it now. We're driving it. We didn't really feel any big issues. It wasn't working quite perfect. But she said, go ahead and service it. No, I don't want to service it. This van, Toyota Sienna, had 180,000 miles on it. And we had a questionable transmission. And doing a service before we headed to town, I'm not doing it. So I convinced her, if you're nervous about this car, because she said, I just want to feel safe going to California. I said, well, it's time you run a car. We'll go ahead and service the transmission, but you need to run a car for 2 days. You're going to be out $80. And that rental car may be nicer than her Sienna.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The last time I rented a car, it's nicer than my car. It's got all the greatest bells and whistles. It's got the Bluetooth. It's got the GPS. So maybe you're going to San Diego or L.A. or it doesn't matter, Colorado, wherever you go on your vacation, you don't know your way around. Maybe your 2002 or 3 car that is a perfectly good car around town. Maybe it's just you get something a little bigger. Maybe you rent the Toyota Sienna minivan instead of having the 4-door car that's maxed out now. And then it puts you in a whole nother comfort zone.
You don't have to worry about it.
They're usually a brand new car.
Well, that's true. And, if you haven't maintained your vehicle and your car does have that 185,000 miles on it, the comfort is the 2 days and the rental car that you're not going to have a problem.
It's going to be fine, right?
You did mention a $700 tow bill earlier.
Yes.
But more importantly, how about your safety of your family, the loved ones, while you're sitting on the side of the road at 121 degrees in the desert?
It makes $700 look like nothing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's and you don't want to be that guy. You think something can go haywire and and you're going to be the guy everybody's looking at and not happy with. You wait till the car breaks down. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that from my wife, that's for sure.
So all three of us have been in the business. You've been doing this 20 years. You've been doing this 35 years, 40 years?
34.
34 years. I've been doing this 20 years that I can remember, and people, it never fails. They show up a day before they're headed out of town and want an oil change. And I get that they want an oil change because they know, hey, you guys kind of do a basic inspection when I'm getting an oil change, so that's what I want. You don't have to get an oil change. You can get a basic inspection before you head out of town, but really don't wait till the last minute, because if there is a problem and they say, well, your water pump's leaking and seeping out, that might be tax going up this hill going to California. Let's put a water pump in there. Well,
you just never. You've got now. You've added another human element, and the mechanics of the car. Again, I just say Murphy likes to work overtime in these situations.
He does.
He will show up.
Well, the parts we put on have a 2% failure rate out of the box.
Yeah. Well, another thing that happens is you show up under that deadline that that you are chasing, trying to get out of town, and then you bring the repair shop the car, give him 6 hours, and an empty gas tank.
Right. Yeah.
He sounds bitter.
Well, it's not bad. So what can, if you're headed out of town and you're not going to the shop, maybe you've got a car with only 30,000, 40,000 miles on it. Not every car needs to go have a look over before it goes out of town, but that is the importance. I mean, heck, even in town, going up to Munns Park, that to me is in town, towing the boat out to the lake. There's all these situations that we're going to put ourselves in. So checking the tires. I mean, visual inspection. You can use a coin, use a quarter to measure the tread depth, but we want to have at least 30 seconds of tread depth. That's minimum. They're trash at 30 seconds. Got to have some good tires. Make sure the fluids are full. You want to make sure, stupid things, the windshield wipers. Yeah, it's not going to rain, but you want to wipe the windows. Make sure the windshield washer fluid is full. Make sure the battery's working okay and it's clean and secure. At least just the basics.